Welcome to BaseballGuys.com. I'm your host, as always, Ray Flowers. Going to give a couple updates and then discuss some players that you might want to add to your squad if you need some help in a mixed league. These aren't guys to replace Matt Holliday or Wandy Rodriguez, but they're names of players that are out there, players that are performing well of late, and guys that might be able to help you if you have injuries or poor performers on your squad. Before we get to that, a few updates. Alex Rodriguez had that knee surgery. He's been out for a while now. He's going to start his minor league rehab work on Friday. Clearly this means if everything goes as hoped, he will return to the Yankees lineup next week. Very good news for the club as well as people out there waiting for A-Rod to return. Third base, as we all know, has been a wasteland. Look for him to get back into that lineup next week for the for the Yankees. Now, why did I say the Dodgers? I got ahead of myself. I want to talk about Dee Gordon, the shortstop of the Dodgers. He's had a shoulder issue that he's dealt with for a while now, tried to play through it, and he basically decided, look, this just isn't working, and he's been placed on the disabled list. Now, there's nothing structurally wrong with his wing. He should only miss the 2 weeks and be ready to go at that point. For now, the Dodgers will go with Jamie Carroll as their primary shortstop. Now, Carroll's hitting .298 on the year. He's hitting .300 since the All-Star break. He's got 10 steals. Doesn't bring you any power at all, but he might steal a bag or two. He shouldn't hurt you in the batting average category. He's someone to add if you're looking for a little bit of boost there as well. Rafael Furcal, who was with the Dodgers and now with the Cardinals at the trade deadline, he was moved there, had a bit of a rough start to his Cardinal career. .233, 7 runs scored in 10 games. He just can't get going. I got my fingers crossed that he'll find that skill, that talent that he's had for his entire career, but it's been a pretty rough season for Rafael Furcal. Now let's get to those waiver wire ads. I'm going to start with 3 guys on the hill. R.A.Dickey, 3.75 ERA, 1.28 whip on the season. Because of that, he may be on someone's roster. But knuckleballers like Dickey tend to go up and down a little bit. Maybe someone's frustrated and he's out there right now. He's gone at least 6 innings in each of his last 7 starts. He's pitching pretty well for the Mets. And at this point, he's about as consistent from start to start as you're going to find from a guy that could be on your waiver wire. Leake of the Reds, great last year at the start, struggled, had all kinds of issues this year with stealing the t-shirts and all that off the field. But right now he's locked in on the hill. He's got a 2.53 ERA since the All-Star break. Each of his last 5 outings have been quality starts. Like a lot of the pitchers that we talk about at this point of the season, not a lot of upside in terms of the strikeout category, but right now, at this point, he's not going to kill you in the ratio categories. He's giving the Reds a chance to win, to pick up those W's for himself. Leake is a fair add. And then the third pitcher is John Lannan. 3.6 ERA over his last 10 starts. 9 of those 10 outings, he's allowed 3 or fewer earned runs, so he's not getting beat up. He's just basically going out there, giving his team 6 innings, giving up those 3 runs. His ERA is in the 3.5s for the season, so he's basically pitching just as he has all year. Again, no strikeout upside here, but he's giving the Nationals a chance to win. He's pitching pretty well. He's someone to consider on the waiver wire. Now some hitters. These are guys that, again, give you that little boost. We've got Venable, who the last couple of weeks for the Padres is hitting .390 with 4 steals. Actually, it's the last 3 weeks. The batting average is the big surprise, so we know he's got speed, a little bit of power, but when he's hitting this well, he's someone to give a look to. He probably is out there on the waiver wire. He's on the Padres, a wasteland of offense, but .390 and 4 steals the last 3 weeks, he's going pretty well right now. Constanza, but Jose of the Braves is doing an excellent job since he was called up. He's hitting over 440 plus at bats. Jason Hayward continues to be bothered by physical issues. He continues to struggle when he's playing. Nate McLeod is obviously on the disabled list right now. So Constanza is going to play pretty regularly at this point, and again, over 400 since he was called up. Give him a look if you need an outfield boost. Carp of the Mariners. Okay, Carp is not someone I look at and I think, all-star level performer, but you can't argue with what you're getting from him right now. The last 20 games played, he not only has 18 RBIs, he's also gone deep 5 times, and in a rare thing for him, he's hitting .358. So he's giving you batting average, he's producing power and driving in runs. Carp, another guy to consider in the outfield. Juan Rivera, outfield first base, he's been seeing time at both spots for the Dodgers. The last 2 weeks for him, he's got 12 RBIs, and he's hitting over .370. He's hitting very, very well. James Looney continues to struggle. Rivera hitting like this, he's going to be in the lineup almost every day for Don Mattingly. Ankiel, Rick Ankiel, folks. .290 batting average the past couple of weeks, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. Johnny Gomes is going into the lineup on a continual basis now because of Lance Nix. The Nationals are finding a way to get Ankiel in there. He's got the power. Be careful though, he's always been a streaky hitter and he's probably going to hurt you in the batting average category. And then finally, let's give some thumbs up, some props to Dan Uggla. He's only hitting .224 on this season, but he's got his hitting streak up to 31 games. It's an all-time Braves record. Kudos to him. He's basically resurrected his entire season with this streak. During that 31 games, he's only hitting .355. He's only got 12 home runs. No, yeah, he's only knocked in 29 runs. .355, 12, 29 during his 31 game hitting streak. Hopefully you didn't give up on Dan Uggla. If you did, you're missing out on one hell of a run. I'm Ray Flowers, BaseballGuys.com. Thanks for joining me on Around the Horn, and I'll talk to y'all again soon.